Welcome back to M Hood Fishing, everybody. Today I'm going to be riding through the country and through the town, and on my way I'm going to come across a lot of creeks. Some small, some not so small, but pretty much none of them super huge, right? So this one, look down here, this one's got a pretty good flow. This is coming out of a private lake, a small private lake called Kimwong Lake. Out here, it's just behind us on the other side of the road, other side of the trees back there. This could have fish in it, but the problem is, there's the fence line. You cannot fish over that fence line from where we're at. We'd have to have permission to go over there, but we could fish between the culvert and that hog panel wired in down there. Small area to fish. Does it have fish? There's probably something in here, yeah. That heavy flow for the moment is due to all the rain that we received over the weekend. Today is President's Day. Yeah, so we're probably going to come across creeks with a lot of flow. And some of these creeks are going to be spring fed, and some of them are just strictly runoff from the rain, right? Some of them have ponds up them, and some of them have ponds down them. So let's get on the bike and get down the road and see what I find. Just a quick stop to give you a glimpse of the lake I'm talking about. It's not a big lake. It is technically a lake, but you could view it as a big pond. But it's a small private holding is what it is. You can see it right here. It goes for a good ways back this way. It's quite long. That's why it qualifies as a lake, I think, by state law, because of how big it is. So as we're coming up this hill, going down the road, these properties on my left, you would think that they have the right to fish that lake, right? But apparently they don't. I don't think their properties run all the way down to the lake. Something like that. Let's go. This is a no outlet road. I wanted to come down it real quick to see where this creek comes into Kimwong, but I can't look at it. Look at this. It's posted out the wazoo, but there's the creek that we just looked at. This is what it looks like. Can you see right here? I'm gonna kind of clip in or crop in or whatever, zoom in. That's what it looks like before it goes in there. It's very skinny, very shallow. I don't see the same flow as we just saw. All right, let's turn around before people start wondering why I'm down here. Sometimes out here, you can roll right over a creek and not even realize it. I just did that. All right. Some of these creeks out here don't have water in them all year round. Some haven't had water in them for quite some time. This one doesn't even have really any flow at all. It's got frogs. And what's that? It's a purse or something down there. It's dripping. Oh. Can I get over to that? What's that, like a wet Bible? And there's a brush with hair on it. Crazy. Somebody just throw this out the window when they were driving by. There's no ID or anything. This is kind of weird, right? Okay. Oh, you're gonna get everything wet putting this in here, but stick it back there and find a garbage can. So there's where that creek goes, right? And you can see that it's been going for quite some time. When it rains, this is where the runoff goes as this property gets drained, right? See that slopiness of the hill, see where the house is, and it all slopes down and then slopes down to about here where the line is. And you see this high bank right here. That's because before it goes into the creek bed, it fills this pond up, this stock pond right here that may or may not have fish in it, but it is definitely on that side of the fence. And you can see that runoff is coming into this bar ditch here. I don't see if there was ever a creek channel running through here. Maybe there was, but I don't see it now. When you look through these woods here where the channel's running, you can tell that it's been coming through there for quite some time. So maybe this looked a lot different 100 years ago or more, right? And they put this in, and they probably, from tilling and everything, they changed the way this land looks. It just looks like a pasture with a stock tank in it right now, but it probably looked a lot different a few hundred years ago. A little windy up here. I'm still rolling through the same landscape. I'm not far from that creek channel. We're looking up. Yeah, this probably had trees on it and then got cleared and started running cattle. It gets windy up here. Now we're going down. Everything's going down right here. We're going to be in a slump. We're going to be in the holler. All right. Someone waving at me. So when you look at this all coming down at once, right? Like it's coming down from over there and coming down from where we're coming, and it's all coming to one place, right? You can see the trees, you can see everything just going down this way, or as we curve, you'll see what I mean. Look at that dead tree right there. There's something special down here. Sorry about the wind, but yeah, you see it, all the land slumps right here. It's all at a low point. When you can identify that low point in the landscape, up here anyway, you're probably going to find water. And you can hear it, right? This is always flowing like this pretty much, even during drought. This is spring fed. This is a spring fed creek. And it always looks like this. Super clear, super clean, and always flowing. Never see fish here though. I've never seen this like flooding horrendously either. This is the other side. Clean, huh? Super clear. There's quite a few of these little creeks like that that are just flowing all year round because they're spring fed. And some of them have fish, but a lot of them don't. If you know the area that I'm out in, I just passed the back part of the airport. It's a little county airport. So we're going downhill, right? And there's trees and everything. And we're going to a low point. Will there be a stream there? There's a bar ditch on each side of me, and there's water coming through both of those. You know, see right there. Funny thing about this area though, let's see if I can stop this, and there's no traffic coming. You see this high bank right here? Let me see if I can get this done real quick. Now this is probably on private property, but there's no fence, it's not posted, so I'm not hurting anything standing here for a sec to talk to you. This is strange, huh? Right up above the road is a pond. This is not the only example of this, but this is one of the examples of this that it is still a pond. It's still got water in it. Probably a stock tank for livestock a long time ago. I don't know. It's just a remnant of the past. Just, you could drive up and down this and not realize that's there, unless you're me and you're looking for it. It's not very big either, that pond. Very small. Maybe there was a homestead right in here in the woods a long time ago. it might be, it may have been more than one, I don't know, but here's that stream that's down here at the bottom of the hill. If there's a bunch of trees in the holler when you're going down a hill, and soon you're gonna be going up a hill, there's probably a bit of water running through the middle of it. Around here anyway, that just seems to be true, right? So I don't know if this is spring fed, but if you look at the color of the water, how clear it is, it could be. It's just not. The first spring fed creek we just looked at, it always has a decent flow. This doesn't always have a decent flow. Some spring fed streams around here trickle and some flow, right? Pretty interesting. If it keeps going for a while, at some point on it, there's a possibility of these spring fed streams having pickerel, but they need to get, that would be further down, because these are all flowing towards the Sabine River, right into the river bottoms. And stuff around here that's spring fed can have pickerel on it, or in it, I should say. But it's not 100% true, right? Because some of these just don't have anything. Maybe this high up on them anyway. Here pretty soon we're not going to be in the county anymore. I only have to go down this road a very short distance, and we're probably going to have an encounter with some dogs, a couple of shepherds, the Great Pyrenees. But there is something I'm looking for that is right over here in these woods. Where is it? It's another one of those things that if you're not looking, you'll just drive by it every day. Did I already drive by it? It's here. Trust me. Oh, I got it. The only thing is, I can't really show it to you in its full glory because of this fence line, but we'll walk right down here. This is another example of a pond right on the side of the road that you would never know was a pond. But you see, this one is only a puddle now. It's not holding as much water as it used to many years ago. It was just this strange little pond surrounded by overgrowth. You know, you can see that these trees aren't that old around it. There's a couple that are old, but most of these trees are very young, grown up around it. Again, probably a stock tank, you know, a place to collect water for livestock. The Great Pyrenees, the GP is sleeping over there. There, he got up. Here he comes. What's the matter? You don't like my wheels? Huh? You want me to start rolling so you can chase and bark? Every time I stop, these dogs stop. They don't like the wheels. All right, let's see if I can find a place to park where I'm not causing problems. Oh, I got a protester already. Years ago, when I would cruise through here going to one place or another, I couldn't see the lake through these trees because of the trees. But they've thinned it out a little bit. Now I can see the lake from here. Can you see it? Surely you can. It's not a huge lake. It's one of those, because of its size, it's technically a lake. It would call it a small lake. By state law, it is a lake, but it is a private lake, right? And they're developing somewhere along it, and the idea is that eventually in the future I will be able to fish this. This is Mineola Club Lake, and this lake has pickerel in it because this lake is spring fed. Yeah, you're right, but again, the fence. I can't go over there. Not doing run ponds today. You know what a run pond is? You start fishing, someone starts screaming, you start running. So yeah, we're currently going downhill with the Mineola Club Lake back behind us, but so is the water coming out of it, right? This area sinks low. We're getting really low down here. We're not even at the bottom of this hill. It's gentling out as we speak. And we're starting to get these bar ditches holding water a little bit as we come further and further down. Question is, how come you don't encounter pickerel on all the spring-fed streams? Well, I will tell you when I get down here. There's somebody down here fishing, looks like. Turns out it's not a person. It was something else that looked like a person. So to answer that question is that this has pickerel in it. Most parts of this stream coming out of here has pickerel in it. This stream, for the most part, tends to be wider, and it has its deeper pools, right, a few feet, and it has several ecosystems as it travels out from Mineola Club Lake. Ecosystems hosted by beavers. You look just up ahead of us right there where my finger is, that's a beaver dam, and it's substantial. They got one over there too. So if they weren't doing their thing, this would be a small stream, but because the beaver are doing their thing, doing their engineering, this is more of a robust ecosystem, this particular spring-fed stream. When I come down this stream, a lot of it is shallow, like you see right here. You can see the bottom. You see how clean it is, but it's kind of lightly stained, right? Because it is a robust ecosystem. There's tannin in the water, decaying matter, right? Organic matter, leaves and such, give it a bit of a tea. We call it Texas tea. Now that's on the lighter side of Texas tea, but it is stained. I would say that the pickerel on this stream prefer the dammed up areas or the lake, and that's where they're going to get the biggest. But I have and I do encounter them on these shallow bits. They're just not really big on these shallow bits. Anywhere on anything connected to the Sabine River Basin, the flood basin, could have pickerel in it, because chain pickerel are definitely present. They are native to this part of Texas. Here in the state of Texas, and also in a lot of places where you'll find chain pickerel, the reason why they like these spring-fed streams and lakes and ponds is because if it's spring-fed, the temperature is regulated, right? It stays nice and cool. They like cold water. Now, a place I know of in Louisiana that is not spring-fed so much, but does have pickerel in it, is the Pearl River flood basin, but in particular the Pearl River Canal, like Lock Number 1 or anywhere on the Pearl River Canal there in Louisiana, which is real close to the Mississippi border, but still in Louisiana. That's got pickerel, and you have to go out on the boat in winter when the water is cold to find them super active. Catch them with little crankbaits. Pickerel are in the pike family. They're the only one down here. But sometimes it feels like you're fishing for muskies, because you can go out looking for them and do several hundred to maybe 1,000 casts and never find them, even though they're right there. And you might even see them, but you can't get them to bite. Now, I've spent quite a bit of time here since I arrived about 20 minutes ago, just staring at the water, asking myself, do I see fish? And I didn't for a while. And then all of a sudden I did. Are they any bigger than that though? Maybe you're asking, can you catch pickerel with worms? The answer is yes, because I've done it before. We probably have chain pickerel in this bit of water below that low dam, because they would get washed down here, the small ones would, during like a lot of runoff during the flood. And this was in flood stage recently, after all that thaw from the winter storm we had a couple of weeks back. Oh, One of the things I will say is when you're targeting little pickerel on the drop shot, you're gonna lose them a lot. I lost a fish there, but I don't know if it was a pickerel. But look, they're getting, the gills are getting a little bigger. There is some kind of fence line here, and I would call that a line of demarcation, though it's real dogged and it's down in some places, and in other spots it's just the post left. 100% sure that we're staring at private property, but where I'm standing right here is county. Well, I think we're still in the county. We might actually be in the city, but anyway, it's public nonetheless. But the point of all that, what I just said, is I would love to go over there. I just don't think I should at the moment. Not with the camera filming anyway. Or, yeah, you know, I'm not going over there, filming or otherwise. Are we gonna get another fish here? Getting bites. Only places I see fish here is where the shade is. And this is not very deep. It's just like right over in there. There's fish holding. Might be more past that deadfall too. Gotcha. Don't worry, this is not the only creek I plan on fishing today. This is just on the way, and I thought might as well stop and see what I can catch. Okay, but as we cruise away from here, we cruise away from the likelihood of finding pickerel. Yeah, you're right. I love this creek. You know where it's headed? Downhill to the Sabine River. So this is the last creek I'm going to fish in this video, and it's the best one. It's got the most flow. It's got fish in it. Yeah, you're right. And we're not stuck up on the road is what I wanted to say. So let's get to fishing. I'm going to try a little jig. This is my signature series. Yeah, you're right. Little tiny 132 ounce jig head. It's a little bait, little fork tail. Works great. It's the M Hood signature series. There's a link down in the description if you want to check them out. It's Kai's Custom Jigs, and I got a discount code MHood10. Yeah, you're right. I appreciate if you check them, and I make a little bit off of selling these. We came out with these because they're very versatile. They work for crappie, and they work for brim, and they work for bass. When you need a little bait, they're good for that. And this is a place where a little bait is needed. But I'm not sure if we're going to be able to catch here on an artificial right now, but we are trying it. I know there's little fish here, but that flow is so serious, right? We had a lot of rain over the weekend. Oh my goodness, there's fish down there. I just lost one. I'm trying to pop this jig outside of the main current, just to the side of it, right? That was a sizable panfish. I'm not sure what we had there. Gotcha. Right out of the current too. Got a little bass. Nice. Yeah, you're right. Fun. Go back. I'm just keeping about 7 to 8 feet off my tip. And let it go through the current, pop it, and when it gets at a certain point away from me, start all over again. Gotcha. Out from under the bridge. There's crappie up here. Look at that. Wow. So this creek is it goes through some ponds before it, oh, okay, you can go. There are ponds over on private property across the road that this comes through. I think a series of them, maybe some private lakes as well. So they might stock those ponds with bass and crappie. Therefore, that could explain why they're here. This is what it looks like on this side of the road. And for the sake of time, this is the end of this little adventure. I'm gonna go on another one because this area is full of opportunities for adventure. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, being members of the channel. And yeah, you're right. Check them little creeks. Could be worth it. All right. I will see y'all next time.